All right. So, moving on for Pop Smoke, the next topic, RIP,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Pop
Pop Smoke.
Smoke. I want to give condolences to his family and everybody and all his loved ones. And it's always a sad thing to see another young black brother gone, especially by the
Especially a
hands.
young black brother that's gone.
Young black brother, any black brother, even if he's successful or not.
Regardless.
But it's always sad to see that.
because, in our last podcast, we were talking about, how young up and coming artists is, who basically got glorified by drugs. But this one wasn't about drugs. This one was basically about, violence. Like we killing our own people because, of jealousy and rage, or because, we're claiming a block that we don't even own. So
Pop
like,
Smoke was rapping and
Yeah.
showing different, to be honest with you.
is that,
Like, he was just showing completely different.
But it's just so much. It's like so much violence still in the black neighborhoods, but it's not violence from other races. It's just like our races violent to each other.
so I mean, before we get deeper into this, let's give the viewers a little background on what happened.
Yeah.
So basically, Pop Smoke was in his home in L.A. He was basically renting it out. And then four intruders came. One went into the back. Three stayed in the front. So according to TMZ, one of the shooters, or I don't want to say shooters, basically came out. They're saying it's a robbery, but everybody else is saying it's a assassination because nothing was taken. There wasn't any thing out of the ordinary. He was the only one that was targeted. You had multiple other people in the house, but how come Pop Smoke got killed? I think this was a planned attack.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Set up,
I
dude.
mean, from what it looks like and all the evidence, I feel like it was a hit too. I feel like it was a hit on him.
Because it makes no sense that I'm in my house, room full of people. Not I'm not even gonna say room, a couple of people,
Like,
and
couple of friends, a couple of people that work with me or with me.
and
in my group.
yes, you hear gunshots, but how does every gunshot hits only me, but none of my friends or anything like
No
that?
one got hit, only
Like,
him.
That's
Like I said, it has to be a
theory behind
setup.
it.
Like, yeah, it's crazy, but I don't want to, make his, his career based on his death. He did produce good music. He did, do a lot of things for his
He
community.
did show love.
And
My thing is, one question I want to ask y'all: do you think it was like a inside job, like, or it was just like random, like somebody seen him in California, did a hit on him?
I mean, there's evidence pointing that it could have been random because there was that video or picture of him taking a photo of a bag and it had an address on it.
Yeah.
That could have been one case, but like I said, people in my house.
I'm the
only one that's been targeting.
Because like
No.
one, it could be inside job, but you gotta look at, like you said, he posted on social media where he was at, and this exact address where he was at. So it's right now it's in between the middle. Like we don't know what it really
Yeah,
could be.
and because
My
even
reason why I believe it was inside job because how they knew where to go, when to do it at the right time. It felt like an inside job.
I feel like it was inside because even police said that the tip that said there was a shooting, it came on the East Coast. It was not even in L.A. anywhere.
wasn't?
No, it wasn't.
Damn.
So I'm like, how do you know that it happened? So someone had to put out the hit. Someone had to know. Even like for example, the rapper
That's sad.
Blueface, he said it himself. When rappers are being told to check in, it's not mean like check in like you solve. It means like
Yeah,
check in to
check
make
in,
sure
please.
that you good, like you can still perform, like you got someone watching your back.
Yeah.
Now I know like some rappers like their ego takes a big part of it, but the thing is I'm like maybe sometimes other rappers are they're trying to show you love and support, but I get it now in this day and age it's kind of hard to see that because a lot of people are just clout chasers. They're like, oh, he Pop Smoke. I gotta get on him. Like, I gotta be like, buddy, I gotta be taking
And another
photos.
thing,
with
a
him.
lot of these young artists have to realize that you're not too gangster to have security guard. It's not bad to have because he don't have security. It's not bad to have security. You know what I mean? It's a
'Cause-
good thing. You're an investment now. You have an investment to protect.
Yeah.
He was
You have an
portrait.
investment to you have
You
investment
was
to
an
protect.
advertisement. You making money.
You know
So
what I mean?
if you having a big scale on your back, you making money. You're an artist and a rapper. You're making money. Have security, and not everyone too gangster for this. At least have protection because if you're going
And-
somewhere that's dangerous, at least
And
know.
also another tip: watch out who you hang around because not everybody your friend. Just because you came up with them from the bottom, don't mean they right for you while you up.
No,
Some
because
shit.
I know a lot of people gonna disagree with me on this, but
feel that.
like a lot of rappers, they kind of gotta watch 6ix9ine for a second, because with 6ix9ine, like he was paying that security company $20 million and stuff.
Millions.
Millions.
What
I don't even know.
Yeah, but
I don't know
6ix9ine
the
was
amount.
wildin' though.
But he was wilding though. But how many rappers he went after? How many people he dissed? But his
Multiple.
security protected him throughout the whole way.
No, that's true.
So I'm like,
security is a big role. It's a big role.
I'm like,
It's
his
a big role.
security played it. Like that time he got in that scuffle in LA. Where was his security? Right there, fighting with him, making sure he's straight, making sure he's
when
okay.
he had beef with every rapper he picked on, like Chief Keef, Trippie Redd, and all other rappers,
Yeah.
so his security was there with him.
Exactly.
Like he was just ramping. He still has security on his side.
Yeah, so
like
that-
security plays a big
So we
part
get
in
it.
your life and your
Security,
career.
we need that security.
Nah,
But, like to wrap
See,
it up.
the thing is like like to be honest, like Lil Bibby said it himself. Like I know, like we're glorifying security in this podcast right now
Nah,
or
it's
this
a good
show.
thing, though. It's a good thing.
But
They need
Lil
to
Bibby
hit us.
like said it himself. He was like, "Look, security's not gonna take a bullet for you. Like your homeboy that you grew up since from the Sandlar playing red light, green light, might he might take that charge for you.
But also, it's a double whammy on that. That security not gonna set you up. It's a job to protect you. But a friend might set you up. He might have the decision, but he's not getting paid to protect you. As
Yeah.
a friend, I can look out for you and protect
Give
you.
you
But I'm
advice
also
and
I'm a
talk to
human.
you.
Shit, if you're getting shot, it's my decision to jump in front of the bullet for you.
Yeah,
it's my decision.
But
So,
I'm saying,
you know what I'm
it's,
saying?
it's
Like-
pros and cons to it. You feel
So-
me? It's a lot of pros and cons to having security or having your boy since
I'd rather
kid
have
days.
security than to depend on my boy. Not saying that I wouldn't have my friends around me, but I would rather have a security.
But
'cause
you
that's
know,
your job.
I
That's
feel
your
like
job.
if I pay a security really well, and shots are fired, like they will jump on you and be like, "Yo, let's go. Let's get out of
They're
here."
gonna
It's their
protect
job,
you
of course.
regardless.
Yeah,
That's their
That's
job.
just their
to do
job.
that.
yeah. So I do agree. Security does play a big role.
Kevin, the type of dude that gets set up by his homeboy, like, take the bullet for me. He's like, fuck you, nigga. You don't pay me, nigga. Should have had security. Nah, but for real.
Nah, my homeboys.
So if I get shot, he gets shot with me. All right.
Nah, they riders. They'll die for me. I'll die for
Zoes.
them. Yeah, Zoes, we different. We different breeds.
That's some warriors out here.
Yeah, why you think every rapper like trying to be friends with Zoes? Because we different breeds for real.
But
for
I
real.
can't believe he died at age 20. I didn't know he was 20. That's crazy. He died very young. He didn't even see 21 yet.
Nah, yeah,
I didn't know he
and,
was
and it's
fucked up.
sad too
It's fucked
because
up.
like I said, his life means a lot. His family is probably going through it. His friends probably going, even his loved ones. But the other thing, just like I said with Juice WRLD, he has a lot of way more
in peace.
creativity that he could have put out to the world.
So much.
He could have been like, people just see like, oh, Pop Smoke, he just make music, but there's something beyond that. He could have went like further. Like we trying to see like basically like different things.
Where he coulda
like
went.
for example, Gucci.
You
like,
never know who they
Like
helping.
we didn't think Gucci was gonna get out that mindset of that hood 1017 Bridgeguard Zone 6 East Atlanta. We
Wait
didn't
a
think
minute.
So he was
Gucci
gonna-
still hood as fuck.
Yeah, he's still
She
hood.
go,
Yeah,
that
he's
bottom of
still
that
hood.
motherfucker.
He's still hood as fuck. But you got to realize he's grown from that.
True.
Like, have you seen the podcast when he basically get interviewed? The way he speaks, the way he
Yeah,
talks.
he's more intellectual.
Exactly.
He's more intellectual. I say that. I
So
give
we,
him that.
we didn't think Gucci was gonna
in a
make
better
that
spirit in
that
my
change.
place, bro.
I never thought that.
Exactly. So we never, y'all don't think Pop Smoke was just gonna get past that music, But everybody thinks that, oh, like just because he makes music, that's his end all be all.
So what you're trying to say is that he never had a chance to grow and see his potential because he died
Exactly.
so young
Mhm.
because of black on black crime, which needs to stop.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
So
Like, don't kill your brother.
Because he's so young. And
We all in the
like
struggle
you
trying to make it
And
together.
like you said, you don't know who he was helping behind him.
exactly.
He had a lot of people. He had underground
It's
rappers
crazy.
behind him too, bro. Like it's just crazy how he died so young, and he had people behind his back helping other people, and then he could have been more if he was still alive now.
And he just started blowing up too. He was reaching
just about to pop up.
reaching the beginning of his peak. Like he was really doing good. Like
I ain't gonna lie.
that song with Nicki Minaj and 50 Cent.
Nah, Meet the Woe was it? Dior, War with Lil T. Those were some of his
I
good
like that.
hits.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
he was really putting out fire.
Nah, but the one he did with Nicki Minaj, that shit banging. Nicki made it a hit low key, but not real shit. She slid. But
Nah,
real
I
shit,
I
though.
feel like they both had influence on each other, because just because you're a popping artist, like I get like Nicki Minaj been on mainstream for a long period of time, but sometimes some of these rappers like they'll ride up and coming waves, like because I'm like look,
but
Pop,
for Nicki to jump on your stuff, you had to be a good artist.
Yeah, that's
she
what I'm
see
saying.
Potential in him.
That's
She
what I'm
seen
saying.
potential
Like
in him.
if I'm up and coming, like I was at ground zero, and then now I'm like at top 100. Like for example, Roddy Ricch.
Nobody expect to get famous
like,
that
when-
fast.
Yeah, like when he dropped the
What?
box. And then Justin Bieber came and started saying, "Oh, like Yummy."
What this got to do? What this got to do with this?
Wait,
man?
wait,
You know I wanna
wait,
bring
wait.
this up.
No, I'm just saying. Like, let me explain my side of the story. Like,
Same token.
Nah, for real, like you stupid.
Nah. Keep going. You on a good path.
That's okay.
Nah, you feel me? I got this vision, like Martin Blue would say. But for real, like how Justin Bieber jumped on Roddy Ricch bandwagon. He's like, oh, the box is number one. You know,
hate shit.
yeah, like he was basically throwing shade. So it's the same thing with Pop Smoke. You know, his album was coming up. He was basically becoming hot. So what does Nicki Minaj do? Hop on the train.
I won't say
And
that.
you know-
how you know he didn't pay Nicki Minaj? How you know he didn't reach out to her team? But that's off the subject, though.
Yeah, that's off the subject.
We off the
But
subject.
yeah, we off the
But
subject. But
Look
but
at your theories.
No. I mean, it's
Did I
not
know?
really off the subject because right now I'm just basically saying that Pop Smoke, he was a talented artist. You know, it's so sad that to see him gone. That's what basically my point is. Like just like Juice WRLD, it's so sad to see him gone. So RP.
2020, a lot of people been dying. That's
Yeah.
the crazy part.
Can we please stop seeing young successful people die? Any black people dying from other black people's hands? I would love for that to stop. And condolences to Pop Smoke family.
You feel me, friends?
I think to the loved ones and all.
All right,
We miss my brother.